Hey, what's up, locker room? What a game that Thursday night football was tonight. I told you guys, and I say it again, I will reiterate this all season long. I know I told you when I talked about it that I don't see any dominant team. Then I talked about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers having a chance to be dominant because they had a good one-loss record and they had people coming back. I never mentioned Pittsburgh because Pittsburgh only had one loss too. Pittsburgh only had one loss, but I never mentioned them because Pittsburgh was closer to their ceiling with the one loss. I mean, they were playing pretty good football and they ran into a pretty good football team tonight. Now we understand why Mike Tomlin was talking about why would Cleveland trade Joe Flacco to Cincinnati? Tomlin's smart enough to know you give those two wide receivers, T. Higgins and Jamar Chase, any kind of a quarterback and anything can happen. And that's just what happened, was anything. As a matter of fact, every damn thing. Jamar Chase went for 161, and then T. Higgins dropped in on another 96. Joe Flacco looked like, oh, Joe Flacco. Not old Joe Flacco. See, OLD Joe Flacco is what you had in Cleveland. OLE Joe Flacco is what you got today with the Cincinnati Bengals. That was the old Joe Flacco that tore it up in that playoff run, hitting everything and got them to a Super Bowl long time ago. So I'm not saying, even though that was a long time ago, he played like that. He played like the OLE Joe Flacco. In Cleveland, he was playing like the OLD Joe Flacco. And that's why he's in Cincy right now. But Pittsburgh, I told you, we're at their ceiling. That's why I didn't think they'll be a dominant team, even though they only had that one loss. Tampa has been playing closer to their floor. And they only got, and look at how well they're playing and look at their record and look at Baker Mayfield. And when I say their floor, I'm not talking about the quarterback playing closer to this floor. He's playing closer to the ceiling. His ceiling, NFL quarterback ceilings, because he's probably the MVP right now. But what I'm telling you is that team has so much talent coming back. They got Mike Evans coming back. They got Chris Godwin coming back. And now they got Emeka Ibuka coming back. So those guys didn't even play last game. And the Bucs still found the way to win. That's why I say only one team has the possibility of having domination this season, but none other. None other. And Pittsburgh fall back to the pack a little bit because Joe Flacco can make some plays and sense it. We'll see how interesting that whole division gets now with that one loss for the Pittsburgh Steelers tonight and that one victory for the Cincinnati Bengals. If Joe Flacco can ride this thing out just a little bit longer, make a few more games like that, and he'll have some opportunities. Next game, I think they play the Jets and Chicago in Cincinnati. They should win those games and be back right in the middle of this thing, and then you try to get Joe Burrow back, and pow, you right back in it. Pittsburgh is going to kick themselves in the foot tonight, kick themselves in the head tonight, honestly, all night long, because I saw something. I saw a great matchup between corners and wide receivers. You know, Jalen Ramsey went out there. Jamar Chase chased him away. Joey Porter went over there. Jamar Chase chased him away. What they did, though, I call my old Philadelphia Eagle defense. That's what I used to call it. You know, they'll put Bobby Taylor. Joey Taylor's a lanky dude, tall guy. They put Joey Porter on T. Higgins, or Joey Porter on Jamar Chase with a safety over. And then they'll let backside corner go one-on-one, you know, with T. Higgins. So sometimes they'll put a Ramsey backside and then press Porter in the safety. So that's what I used to call that old Philly. So when we're battling line of scrimmage, it looks like it's all one-on-one coverage. but the safety is lurking. And that means the cornerback be very physical with you, trying to hit your line, jamming you up and wearing you down. I don't think Pittsburgh Steelers cornerback got enough hands on Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, because in the end, they made the plays down the field. They were fighting all the way down the field. And then T. Higgins made a great play, slid down on about the 5-yard line. Basically, they ran timeout and kicked the extra point. Kicked the field goal. It was like an extra point, though. It was about extra point range. But it was a game-winning field goal to win 33-31. Oh, Joe Flacco. You got to start worrying. If you get the OLE, Joe Flacco, Cincinnati's back in it. If you get the OLD, Joe Flacco, bye-bye, Cincinnati. They got to keep them towards the E and keep them away from that D. OLD, let me say that, because I don't want, Cameron Mace right there to be telling me I need to say pause after something like that. Let me pause and turn this way, though, because I am here in Miami. Y'all see this lovely suite, because I'm ready and I'm waiting for that game against Louisville today. Too bad. I can't wait. I feel like a player that had played in a couple of weeks and get ready for a fresh start, like I've been out with an injury or something, and coach gonna put me back in the game today. You know what I'm saying? Oh no, boy, I'm ready to get back out there, get hyped, get ready, get that thing right. Hit another victory, man. And then I'll get back home and get ready for Sunday in Dallas and see what happens there. I think that's a huge game and a turn game. Why do you say such a thing, Michael? I told you I feel like I'm returning from an injury, and I'm hyped when I'm going to that Miami watching the U play today. But I feel like I'm returning from an injury. That's 188. The real 88 is supposed to be returning from injury for the Dallas Cowboys. You see what I'm saying? Just in time. Not too early. We need him now. I don't need CeeDee Lamb to be the number one in this game. I just need him to carry the number one tag by his name. And then see, now that George has risen up and became and showing you number one stuff, now it's time to reciprocate. CD's not 100, but George been getting over 100 every game. So now the pressure will be on George to get some pressure off CD. I don't think I ever had a true situation where I played with two number ones, even though I thought Alvin Harper was a true number one. But in this sense, a number one where George has been really playing number one kind of ball. And now here comes CeeDee Lamb, who's probably not fully healthy, but back on the field. Dak has to be very careful this weekend. Dak Prescott, man, I'm going to tell you this. I hope they can't run the ball one damn lick. Let me say it this way. You know what I mean? Because we got to get out of that anyway. And I know that's what Coach Schottenheim's been talking about. We can't run the ball. We got to run the ball. I hope they can't run that damn ball one damn bit, because I want to turn it to Dak Prescott and those wide receivers. If we got any chance to do anything, that's the only way we were going to do anything. So let's stop fooling each other. Let's stop playing around and get down. Get the ball in Dak's hand with CeeDee Lamb, with George Pickens, with Ferguson, and let's fucking go. That's all you got to do. So yeah, I feel like I'm returning. And I'm returning for a big game with the Hurricanes And then the 88 return with the Cowboys. I'm expecting a big game from C.D. Lamb. We'll talk about it all. Y'all know that right here in the locker room. Bright and early. Well, I may talk to y'all after Miami. Whoop that, but you know what I'm saying. Because I may just be hyped right there. But then, okay, they will watch Dallas and see what happens. Okay, locker room. Peace.